A team of renowned artists and writers visited 20 cities in 20 days to capture nearly 500 portraits and the accompanying stories of those people who make our beloved state like no other place in the world.
So cool. Along with this team was Wes Naiman, a commercial and portrait photographer who became internationally known for his Scotch tape series. His images channel a dark sense of humor balanced with a dedication to creating images that make his clients happy. And joining us now is Wes Naiman himself, along with one of his collaborators, Stephen Westman. Thanks for joining us.
Guys, thanks for being here. I know this has been a very long process for you guys, but a labor of love, labor of love. All right, so let's talk about again. We've talked about the 505 Faces. It's developing into We Are New Mexico,
right.
Which is going to be a book, but we're also getting kind of a virtual tour of the book at the Harwood Arts Center, right?
Yeah, basically that's the whole goal of this art show that we were lucky to be incorporated with the Harwood Arts Center, is to kind of do a little preview, sort of a teaser of what's to come. We didn't want people just sitting around waiting forever for the book to come out, so we wanted to kind of show off a little bit of what we've been doing, a little bit of the stories, and also to meet some of the writers, meet me as well, and just kind of to show off some of what we've been doing.
Very cool. Now, Stephen, what's it like being a part of this experience?
It's been a wild ride, actually. It took a phone call from Wes and Joy back in September of 2013. And we just started sitting together, seeing if we could do it. And I mean, look how far we've gone, you know, and it's grown. And the tour was amazing, and the writers we brought in, and all the other creative people. And
Yeah, and so for people that may not know what the 505 Faces was all about, I mean, it's been really big here in the metro area and in New Mexico overall. You guys basically hopped into Winnebago. You went around to these different cities. You photographed the people. They went in a separate area, spoke to Steve, spoke to Dan Mayfield, Gwyneth Dolan, some of the best writers in the state, in my opinion. And you captured their oral history.
Exactly.
You captured a visual history
Exactly.
of them. And the culmination is what we're going to see at Harwood.
Right. Ultimately, there'll be, you know, about 6 or so profiles with stories of the people that you actually can physically read. And then we're going to have roughly about 17 or 16, I believe, 2 feet by 3 foot images of some of these really stark portraits that are just really beautiful in my
Stunning.
Yeah,
opinion.
absolutely.
Wow.
So when people go there, there's very large images, so it kind of feels like they're walking through a book.
Exactly. That's sort of the idea we wanted to present. Being that we didn't have the book ready yet, we sort of wanted to let people sort of get an idea of what is going to happen in probably the next 3 to 4 months with the development of the book.
Okay.
So now it's happening at the Harwood Arts Center. Why was Harwood selected as the venue to show this?
Well, actually, we were selected to be part of
came
the
to you?
Harwood. Well, there was an application of probably 60 applicants who were vying to get into the 2015 art collection of Harwood Art Center. And fortunately for us, we're headlining it basically.
Wow, that's
and
great.
so we feel very, you know, we're extremely proud and appreciative to Julia Mandeville over at Harwood Art Center and all the people who have helped us out along the way. And we feel pretty honored that we're the kind of the flagship for the rest of the year.
Wow.
Cool.
So yeah.
So
it's pretty
who are
cool.
some of the other writers?
so we brought in Gwyneth Dolan, Dan Mayfield, Hakeem Bellamy,
Okay.
and Justin De La Rosa.
Okay.
And the premise was we had one writer every 4 legs of the trip. And we hit 21 cities in 30 days.
Wow.
So one writer would show up for 4 legs of the trip. They'd head home. The next one would join us.
That's great.
It was a wild ride. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet. A big emotional journey. All right. So big question here: how can we see the show? When does it open to the public?
That'll be this Friday, or no, 2 days from now, at Harwood Art Center, opening 6 to 8. But it runs throughout the whole month. So if you can't make it to the opening, it'll be
Okay.
there throughout the whole month.
Entire month.
Okay. So
Okay.
this,
Right.
but this Friday is when we can come out talk to you guys.
Sure.
People have questions about it. They want to get a little bit more details about it. So speaking of, before we let you guys off the hook here, Wes, it's got to be a hard question to ask for both of you. What was your favorite part?
Oh man, being done with it? No.
That's when you ask at the end of the leg, at the end of the journey. Right.
No, honestly, I mean, it's really hard to pinpoint one exact favorite moment because there were so many great moments throughout the trip besides meeting all the people. I mean, for me, it was really honestly to understand and meet the people of New Mexico, the place I now call home, and to understand the history of New Mexico as well. I learned so much about myself and the place I live now and call home. So to me, that kind of, it's hard to really say what is the defining moment, but encapsulating all that, yeah, that was really, really special.
The whole thing was his favorite.
Yeah. Steve, what about you?
You know, kind of in that vein, I grew up here. I've traveled these roads for a very long period of time. It was new. A lot of it was new landscape for these two. And I was in a car in front of the RV. And we would come over a hill or we would turn a corner and I could see them taking in a landscape that they had never seen before. And that was my favorite part of it. They'd get out of the car and they would be like, oh my God.
Yeah. Look at
That
this.
was really one of the coolest parts of it, was rediscovering
Being
and
able to
showing
share your
everybody.
home.
Great sense
It
of
was
pride in
cool.
our home.
Yeah.
Absolutely are. Well, guys, thanks so much. And again, guys, this Friday over at the Harwood Arts Center, if you want more information about We Are New Mexico, head over to casa.com. Guys, thanks for bringing this show to us.
Thank you.
Thank you.